1 minute, your world is normal. The next, it's gone. A flood, a fire, a crime scene. Your home shattered. Your business shut down. Your life on pause. But in the darkest hour, when chaos knocks at your door, that's when Serve Pro of Northwest Lake County shows up. Not just a company, not just a cleanup crew, but neighbors, parents, coaches, locals who care. Drake and his team aren't just restoring properties. They're restoring peace, restoring dignity, restoring lives. So when your worst day arrives, call the oh no guy who becomes your thank God guy. Serve Pro of Northwest Lake County. Locally owned, nationally known, unshakably trusted. From devastation to restoration. Serve Pro, Northwest Lake County. Looking for a car dealer that actually feels like your hometown? Welcome to City Chevrolet of Grayslake, where the vibe is friendly, the pressure is off, and you'll always be treated like family. Meet Anthony Scala. He's just not the owner. He's a guy that grew up in the car business, worked his way from porter to owner. Anthony believes in people first. That's why City Chevy sponsors your kids' teams, your town events. And matter of fact, this show, they give back every chance they get. Anthony thinks that the experience of buying a car should be fun. No pressure, just honest people who care. Whether you need a new Chevy, a quality used car, or just service you can trust, City Chevy is here for you. Come visit City Chevrolet of Grayslake right off of 120. And thank you for sponsoring our town, our stories, our voice. Let's get after it, Grayslake.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode here of Discovering Grayslake. This is my first time recording. I'm actually at the room. If you guys saw a video I did, the room is located in, I think we're at 15 Commerce Plaza. We're over by the dance studio, right across. I can see State Bank of the Lakes out the front door, too. So very unique venue. We're over here by the antique store as well. So stop in there and say hi. These folks are super nice and very nice for letting me record here. So I appreciate you guys very, very much. All right, so we are recording this actually on a Monday morning. Anthony made me get up a little earlier on Mondays than I wanted to. But we're here to talk about Wayne's Pizza today.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, and I've been chasing you down. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Kind of a stalker. Now, your father is Wayne. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go back because I'm sure that, can I ask how old you are?
Yeah. I just turned 30. My birthday was like a week ago.
Just turned 30.
Yep.
And then what year did Wayne's open?
1988.
How old were you?
I was not born.
Oh, you were not? Okay.
I was born in 96, so it had already been open for a while before I was born.
Awesome. So let's talk about, I know it's family business, so let's talk about how does Wayne's originate? What do you know?
So my dad worked in pizza places growing up. His cousin had pizza places, so he worked with him in there, and then eventually wanted to open his own. So together they opened the Wayne's that is there now, and eventually my dad bought him out, and then it became his own.
Beautiful. So we're talking 1988, and it's officially Third Lake.
It is Third Lake,
It is Third Lake.
Yep.
I think I read somewhere that Wayne's would be one of the oldest businesses in Third Lake.
Yeah, we are the oldest and longest running restaurant in Third Lake.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Well, if anybody knows anything about the restaurant industry, it is not easy, right?
No, not easy.
You should see
Long
the smile
hours,
on his face now.
Lots of hard work, and it's challenging but rewarding at the same time.
Right. And you guys have like a signature taste to everything. Anybody who's been to Wayne's said, "Oh my God, I love Wayne's Pizza." But it's been popular. Probably a challenge for family business. And how do you keep people coming back and back from 1988?
I think listening to your customers is the most important thing you can do. I think that getting their feedback and actually listening to it and taking action based on what they're saying is what gets people to come back. Because, if you have people coming in telling you, I don't like this, or I want this, or, this needs to change, and you don't do it, they're going to come back once or twice, and if they don't see those changes or like what they're seeing, then they're not coming back.
Yeah.
So making sure that you're just listening to them and taking in their feedback, and, you're not going to take every piece of feedback you get, because sometimes it's negative, and you're like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
But, just making sure that you're taking into account what other people think, and not just thinking, oh, I know this business, so I know it's best.
Right. Okay, so with pizza, I'm going to jump around here. What's the, because I know, let's talk about the lunch special first of all, because
Okay.
I think that's a really popular thing here in Lake County.
for sure.
So let's talk about lunch special. So what is that?
So we have our 2-slice special where you can get 2 slices of thin, 2 slices of pan, or 1 of each, and it comes with a free drink. And that would, I'd say, make up 90% of our lunch.
Yeah.
Is people coming in and just being able to walk in, grab something, and go, especially for, people who are busy working, especially with, we're surrounded by so many schools. We have so many teachers that come in. Teachers get 10% off on Tuesdays.
Oh,
Bring your school
Tuesday.
ID.
There you go.
And, I think it's just something that's quality and easy and fast for people who don't have a lot of time for their lunch.
And there's not a ton of places around that you can do that, like just grab and go.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, and not with the quality of it, I should say. We're not going to eat fast food or anything like that. What is the most popular slice then? Is it?
Thin sausage is by far the most popular.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, and so if you guys are not, first of all, following Wayne's on TikTok, and you're on all the socials,
Yeah,
right?
we're on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
Okay, so I was speaking of jumping around. All right, I love the videos that you're doing.
Thank you.
Very creative. So are you doing those as well?
I am doing them. It's taking a lot of time. Sometimes I'm in the middle of doing something, and then it gets busy, and I'm rushing around trying to get it finished. So I like doing it, but it's taking a lot more time and effort than I expected it to.
Yeah, and that's why you're the owner. You have to go around. You have to manage everybody and do the videos for socials.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Okay, so with because I like the perspective. What would you call that perspective? Like,
It's just like, I don't know, like dangling above the pizza. I don't have like a tripod or anything. I'm like stacking things together and trying to get
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm just like makeshifting something to hang over the pizzas to try and get like a good view of it.
Yeah.
And I think people really enjoy seeing the process of putting a pizza together because, like you see the end product, you don't exactly know how it's being done. So I think people enjoy the process of seeing, the ingredients going on, and I like being able to show people how much ingredients we put on because I feel like sometimes, I've had people comment on the videos that don't come to Wayne's Pizza from other places, and they're like, there's no way you actually put that much stuff on there. And I'm like, come and find out.
right.
Order one.
I like I think there's a video with the double pepperoni. Holy cow. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, and like we get people that do want like I feel like we put a lot of sausage on the pizza, and we get people that want extra sausage, and like it ends up being like essentially like a patty of sausage on there, and I'm just like, oh my god.
That was good though.
Yeah.
We're taking a quick break just to say hello because everybody knows Nano, and Nano knows real estate. And actually, I believe that's the name of her Instagram page. So if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, or know somebody in the market for a home, contact Nano from Baird & Warner. She's a Grayslake girl helping out Grayslake people. Looking for a place where there's always something happening? Welcome to the Grayslake Village Center. Whether you're planning a family outing, a date night, or a fun night out with friends, the Village Center has something for everyone, year-round. Enjoy a fantastic mix of restaurants, unique retail shops, and exciting events that bring the community together. And just steps away, you'll find Central and Gelatin Parks, home of the library, aquatic center, skate park, senior center, and numerous recreational opportunities. Whew, that's a mouthful. So if you're looking for something to do, come explore, dine, shop, and play right here in the heart of Grayslake. Find out more at grayslakevillagecenter.com and go check them out on social media and give them a like, give them a follow.
So that's fun. Have you been doing those videos for a long time?
I started like a month ago.
Okay. So
We've had our Instagram and our Facebook for a long time.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I would just scroll through TikTok on my own and be like, I do feel like a lot of businesses get like a lot of good feedback from TikTok because I feel like specifically like younger crowds are attracted to TikTok.
Yes.
And, we already hit the demographic of Facebook and Instagram. And so I was like, well, why not give it a try? And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And if it does, then great.
Yeah.
And so I started doing the videos for TikTok specifically, but then I was like, I'm already making them, post them on our other social medias as well.
Put them everywhere, right.
And the response to them has been really good. I mean, one of our most popular video has a little over 1 million views on TikTok and a little over 2 million on Instagram.
That's great.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And it's making a pizza. Which pizza are you making?
In that video, I made a pizza that has every single ingredient we offer.
Okay.
It smelled horrendous coming out of the oven. It has, it has everything. It has hot peppers, it has meats, it has 3 different kinds of sauce. It's kind of gross, but it's nothing I would actually ever eat, but just kind of to showcase all the different things we offer on a pizza, and what you get when you come to Wayne's Pizza.
Right. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
And it is fun to watch people do that, but it's oddly satisfying to watch those things. I don't know why. I'm like, why am I watching Wayne's Pizza? I've already watched the double pepperoni, but I'm watching it again. It's super fun. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your dad, too, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I know that obviously a lot of people that will probably be listening to this probably knew your dad, right?
Yeah, I get people coming in all the time who knew my dad and don't know me, and they're like, oh, are you Wayne's son? And, we look like the same person. So that's why they know. But I get people all the time coming in and, telling me stories about him and, just saying he was a great guy and kind of just, and, it's nice to hear through the lens of people who I don't know that, just had small interactions with him as customers or, other business owners that knew him and things like that.
Yeah. Was there ever a choice for you? Is this a legacy thing for you that you had to do, or did you always want to take over?
I did not always want to take over.
Yeah.
I originally wanted to do interior design, and so I started going to school. I started going to CLC right after I got out of high school, and I was not in a rush to get done or anything. So I was doing my associate's degree, and I just took my time. I didn't take too many classes at once, so I was at CLC for roughly 4 years, just taking my time doing it because I was working at the same time. And then the restaurant just slowly started needing more and more of my time. Mm-hmm. And so then it just grew into me finishing my degree, but then being there all the time. And, there's always the struggle of well, I want to do this, but, this is important to me too.
Right.
And so I think it's not always what I wanted, but now what I have, and I'm grateful for it.
Yeah. And it must be cool because we were before we started recording, we were talking about having parents that aren't with us anymore.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that people coming in and talking about your father must be really cool too.
Yeah,
right?
It is. It kind of keeps his memory alive to have other people bringing him up and not just me thinking of him on my own.
Sure.
And just have people tell me things about him that maybe I didn't know, or just small interactions that they had that are a good reminder.
Right. Okay, so you got to grow up and Dad's has pizza place. So were you eating there all the time? Were you working there?
Yeah. Whenever and I was off of school or I can remember on the weekends I would go to work with him and do stuff, and I was always putting random combinations of foods together that probably were disgusting and making people eat them, but
hey, you're the son of the boss. You can put whatever you want together there. That's fun. That's cool. So it must have been fun to grow up with an entrepreneurial, father.
Yeah.
That's running everything.
Yeah, it was definitely something that I feel you can become an entrepreneur in many ways. You can go to school and you can learn and take business classes and things like that. But I also think that just growing up in it and learning the ropes from people that, you trust and watching how they do things and, taking that in conjunction with, finding your own way to do things and just with those two things together, finding a way to make it work.
Do you have other siblings?
Yes, I have 4 sisters. There's a lot of us.
Oh, man. So does everybody in the family have something to do with it?
A couple of my sisters also work there.
Okay.
My one sister, Jessica, her and I are both together, run the restaurant.
Yeah.
And then my sister, Mary, she works one day a week because she has another full-time job. And then my 2 other sisters will come and help out occasionally because they also have full-time jobs as well.
Wow. So it really truly is. There's a lot of family that goes into this,
Yeah.
right? And it's nice because I think that's a lot of times what keeps businesses alive because you all care enough, right?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to find good employees.
It is very hard. Ever since COVID, things have been a real struggle to maintain our hours and to keep employees and not even keep them, but get them as well.
Sure.
So we've always been struggling to get back to a sense of normalcy since COVID happened, and we're finally, I feel getting to a point where our hours are mostly back to normal, and things are finally settling in to where people are happy with, the hours we're open and when they can come in and get a pizza.
Yeah, and COVID changed everything, right? And I say we don't like to talk about the C word, but it does evolve. Business had to evolve or you die, right?
Most definitely. There were so many different things we had to do when COVID first happened. We were closed for the initial 2 weeks when everything went down, and then after that, when we opened back up, there were so many, for a month, it was no dine-in. And then so we kind of moved the counter towards the front door so people couldn't be coming all the way in, and then eventually Dayment opened up and you had to block off every other table so that people weren't close to each other. It was just for a year and a half, it was just every month or so there were new things you had to do and new things you had to follow, and so it was definitely a hectic time.
Yeah, I would assume that even during that time when people knew you were open, though, the lunch special to go probably was great.
For sure. People could just come in, get it, and go. And
right.
We had outdoor seat. We would drag all our tables outside so that people could eat outside, and so there was always something new during that time period.
Wow. Before we dig into that too, for people that don't know where Wayne's is, I guess we probably should explain where Wayne's is at.
Yeah, our address is 34197 North US Highway 45 in Third Lake. We are on the corner of 45 and Washington, right behind the Thornton's gas station.
Yes, I think it's a good way to put it. What else is in that complex with you?
There is a gaming parlor, a cell phone repair store, a cat sale place.
Sure.
They sell cats. A comic book store, and a chiropractor's office.
Yes. And I like your lot there, too, because every time I've gone there, everybody always complains about going places that have parking or anything like that, but it seems like there's always parking for your place.
Yes. We always have an ample amount of parking.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. So after COVID, you adapt to all of these things.
Yes.
I've heard from other people, too, that finding and getting back 100%, store hours, things like that. Is there any confusion of that or any hours that change with you?
So for a while before COVID even happened, we decided to close on Mondays just because Mondays are our slowest day as it was, and we needed a day where we could just not be at work.
Right.
Running a business is a lot of work, and so we needed a day where even if there were other people there, we didn't have to worry about getting a phone call about something, or it's super busy, you have to come in. Any of those things. So we needed a day where it was just we are not open, there's no need to go in. And so that's why Mondays were closed, and our hours were changing from during COVID being only open in the evening and not for lunch because people weren't working, so there was no lunch crowd. And so they've been kind of all over the place, but now we're finally back to a point where things are pretty much normal. On Tuesdays we close a little earlier than the other days, but so Tuesdays we're open from 10:30 to 7. And then Wednesday through Saturday, we're open 10:30 to 9. Okay. And then Sunday we open at noon, and we're open till 9.
Gotcha. I guess I should mention, too, that not to get mad at Anthony, but that this is being recorded in mid-May of 2026. So if you're listening to this next year, the hours might not be exactly the same.
They might not be the same.
But for right now, majority of people listen right away, but those are our hours.
Yes.
It's got to be very interesting, being an entrepreneur and being in restaurant industry. Man, because I have some friends, it's a crazy business, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, food, I would say, aside from maybe healthcare, food service is going to be the most picky type of business you can have, because you have so many preferences and options and ways people like things done. There's, especially with pizza, because it's some people like it well done, some people like it lightly cooked, some people like extra sauce, extra cheese, light toppings. There are so many different variations of what a pizza can be. Sure. That there are so many adjustments you can make, and so trying to please everyone with all those things is nearly impossible. But that's why you order a whole pizza, if you have very specific preferences, and then you can get whatever you want.
Okay, so what about gluten-free options? Because I know our world has changed a lot since 1988. Yeah. So you guys have had to adapt menu, I'm sure.
We have cauliflower crust for people who are gluten-free, as well as other options like salads and things like that. We have, our wings don't have, breading on them or anything, but they are fried in the same oil as things that do. So if people are that sensitive, then that might not work. But we do have the cauliflower crust for sure for people that can't eat gluten.
Nice. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was going to get to, like, you just don't have pizza. There's a lot of different things on the menu. I know, because I'm a TikTok fan of yours.
Yeah. So yeah, we have all kinds of stuff. We have pizza, we have burgers, we make our own Italian beef, we have wings, appetizers, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So something for every, because, most people that go out somewhere, like if you have a picky eater, especially kids, right?
Yeah.
So when you bring kids out, it's nice to have a place where, if you go to Wings, there's going to be an option that you're going to be happy, right?
For sure. For kids, I would definitely say like hot dogs and chicken strips are the most popular thing.
Yes. But then if I'm on a diet, I can also get a salad.
You can also get a salad.
Nice.
Yeah.
See, it works good.
Hey, it's Dave from Discovering Grayslake. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked at your driveway? Cracks, fading, that worn-out look. Yeah, that's just not cosmetic. That's money slipping away. Here's the truth. Those small cracks can turn into big problems. Water gets in it, freezes, expands, and before you know it, you're not seal coating your driveway, you're replacing it. And that, my friends, gets expensive. That's where my friends at AR Maintenance come in. They are trusted, a local company right here in our community, specializing in seal coating, crack filling, and power washing for both residential and commercial properties. They don't just make your driveway look brand new, they protect it, extend its life, saving you thousands of dollars down the road. And the best part is, you're working with a hometown pro who actually cares about what they're doing. Don't you dare wait till it's too late. Take care of it now. You'll thank yourself later. Reach out to AR Maintenance today and tell them Dave said you need your crack filled.
The Grayslake Chamber of Commerce isn't just networking, it's opportunity. Members get exposure through local events, online directories, and social media, plus access to exclusive resources that help businesses succeed. Make new connections, grow your brand, and be part of the events that bring our town together. Learn more and join today at grayslakechamber.com. The Grayslake Chamber of Commerce, the new wave of business.
I love the feel that you get when you, like, I always judge things like, how do I feel when I walk in somewhere?
Yeah.
But really, and this is a compliment, and like, I feel like back to my childhood when I used to come there all the time.
It is cool to when people come in that, people who have moved away or just haven't been in a long time, and they come in and they're like, oh my God, it's been 15 years since I've been here and it looks exactly the same.
Yes. And I didn't want to say that it's not in a bad way either.
No.
It's like you get to step back to nostalgic, like I'm sure probably people walk in there and could see your dad still there, right?
Yeah.
He would be really proud of things going right now, wouldn't
Yeah.
he? And to have the family involved, like, that's the stories that I absolutely love, and I think really shapes our community, especially as things grow and you have more big box things, more corporate things. It's really nice to see a good old-fashioned pizza place that's still there from 1988.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that, I think that what has kept us going for so long is just the fact that, it's me, my mom, and my sister, mainly the three of us, that are there the most. And I think people like seeing a family business where the family is involved and
absolutely,
who care about the business. And I think it's important that we're there as much as we are, because I think that's what people like, and I think it's what keeps the business what it always has been, is the people who care the most being there the most.
Sure. And you guys are vested in that. I don't know how many places I've gone. I went to a new place this weekend, which I won't even say the name, because it's negative, because you go and you understand the restaurant business is hard, but I don't see that as happening with family businesses who, like, this is your thing, right? Like,
no one's going to care as much as the people.
Right, you're going to make sure I'm happy.
Yeah.
And that's another funny thing. I was just talking with a friend who owns a restaurant about if somebody comes in and they get something that maybe isn't exactly the way they want it. And we were talking that people should come up to the counter and let you guys know before they take off to social media or whatever they do.
Most definitely. I always hate seeing a review where they didn't like something, or something was prepared incorrectly or something like that. And I'm like, come to me first. I'll fix it. I'll remake it. I'll, whatever you want me to do. Right. I hate seeing that, because it's like, it obviously puts a bad light on us, which I don't like. But I'm willing to fix almost any problem that someone's going to come to me with. And you just have to come up to the counter, tell me what's wrong, tell me what's wrong, and we'll figure it out.
People don't have to be shy about that
No.
either. Your goal is to make everybody happy
Right.
and have the highest quality you can.
Yeah.
So it's actually a lot more respectful to come to you.
For
right?
sure.
Not that taking to the internet and writing a cowardly review is bad.
No.
But also, folks, then think about that when you're reading some of these things about any businesses out there. Take everything with a grain of salt.
Right.
So to say.
Being on the receiving end of those bad reviews sometimes, it makes my experience when going to a new restaurant very different. I'll look at the reviews and I'll take them into consideration, but it's definitely not going to sway me whether or not to go.
Sure.
I'm always going to try somewhere myself at least 3 times. That's how.
3 times?
Yep. I give it 3 times because, one time, say you get bad food, could have just been a bad day. One time you get bad service, server could have been having a bad day.
Right.
3 times, still something wrong.
You can move along.
Right. I always give somewhere 3 chances.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's a very nice way. I wish more people were like that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And then if I don't like it the 3rd time, I don't go online and write a bad review. I just don't go back.
Right. Well, yes, we live in a very, very different world than that. I always just think about how things have changed. To run a business, to run a food business in 1988, comparing to running a food business in 26.
Yeah.
It's probably a lot the same, but also quite different. And
I can't exactly answer because I wasn't around in 1988 when it was happening.
you weren't even born.
Nope. But I think there are so many more rules and regulations now that go into running a business that I don't think a lot of people know about. Mm-hmm. There are so many different types of things that go into even hiring someone. Either you have to do sexual harassment training, you have to do food handling safety. There are so many different little things you have to do even to get someone starting to work. And it does clog up the pipes a little bit sometimes, because it's you're trying to get people in, but then there are all these hoops you have to jump through to get people to start working.
And we went through big times where no one was even applying for stuff, or even if they got an interview that they wouldn't show.
Yeah. I mean, there have been countless times where, you hire someone and they're like, okay, great. And then the day that they're supposed to show up comes around and they never show up. Oh. So, you're kind of always all over the place with hiring people, but, we have a couple employees that we've had for a long time. And
that's usually the sign of a great business.
Yeah.
Longevity of employees, right?
Yeah. So it's always nice to have the employees that have been around for a long time because, you get to know them, you get to know their family, and, it's a family business and they become a part of that.
Yes. I don't think enough people actually think about let's say you go to Wayne's Pizza today for lunch and you're closed on Monday.
Yeah, not today.
You don't go to well, when you're listening to this, hopefully it's not Monday, and you go into Wayne's Pizza and even if you get the lunch special, to get your plate in front of you and look at that piece of pizza there. I always think, because I have friends in business and know a lot about this, what did it take to actually make this piece of pizza? How many hours or how many things and who had to show up and all the dough from everything, all the way down the line to get such quality food.
Yeah, and I think that's something that I'm hoping people are receiving from our videos that we're posting is, we make our own dough, we make our own sauce, we grind our own cheese, we slice our own vegetables. Everything that goes into the pizza, 95% of it, we've had some sort of labor cost going into it.
Yeah.
There's no, there's no canned mushrooms, no pre-made dough or, sauce we're just pouring out of a can.
Wow. Okay, so with that too, food costs have gone crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now we're not even buying tomatoes because tomatoes are generally between $20 to $30 a case, and right now they're at $137 a case. And, it's just we're just not buying them because if we were buying them and you wanted them, we're going to have to charge you more for them because when they're, 5 times the price they normally are, we can't just throw it on there. And
that's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that's a great example.
Yeah.
And that I don't think everybody really thinks of.
No.
Yeah.
And, food costs are constantly fluctuating. So, we have a couple different suppliers, so we're always trying to get the best deal between them. But, sometimes they're all going up at the same time. So things just go up. And I know that's one big thing that obviously every business is facing is the rising costs of everything and dealing with the customer backlash of raising prices and things like that. But, something that I always try to tell people when they come in, when they complain about the price, they're like, oh my God, 2 slices of pizza. So 2 thin slices and a drink with tax is $8.25.
I think that's excellent.
I think so too.
You can get lunch with 2 slices of pizza and a drink for under $10.
Yep.
Okay. I think that's pretty good.
So do I. And sometimes we get people in and they're like, oh man, I remember when it used to be $5. And like, yeah, I mean, it was $5 like 15 years ago.
Yeah, $5. Yes, not now.
No, yeah. But, I try to put it in perspective and just say, you can get lunch for under $10. You can't even get lunch for under $10 at like McDonald's.
I was going to say McDonald's, like even a Happy Meal and whatever is still way up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, it has to be fun because you don't know what's going to happen with pricing. So I'm sure when you okay, before you have these big banners printed for lunch specials, right?
Yeah.
Going, please stay at this price.
Yeah, I mean we don't even have paper menus anymore because prices change every so often. So by the time we get new ones printed,
it could be different.
The prices could be different. So all of our stuff is on our website.
Okay, so I just learned something last year about you guys that I didn't know.
Okay.
Let's talk about, is it Christmas breakfast pizzas?
Oh, yeah. So for Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter,
okay,
we have breakfast pizzas all the time. You can order a breakfast pizza anytime. We put it out for slices in the morning when we open. So if you ever want to try a breakfast pizza without having to order a whole one, you can come and grab a slice when we open at 10:30. Or if you wanted to order a whole one, you can always order a whole one. But on the holidays, we do special ones where you can get different toppings that we don't normally have. And we always, for the holidays, have sausage breakfast gravy that you can get on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah. So on the holidays, you can come in and you can get a breakfast pizza on the holiday. So it's generally between 6 to 9:30 or 10.
Right.
It depends on the holiday. It's a little different. But from that time frame, you can come in, get a breakfast pizza, ready to go, take home and eat on the holiday. We do pre-orders only, so for a couple weeks leading up to there, we're taking the orders for those, and you can get whatever you want.
Yeah, so folks, I'm going to give you a word of advice here. Look out for that earlier because I had the biggest FOMO over Christmas or something. My friend told me, and by the time I went on, the orders were done because you guys were just stacked and couldn't do anymore. So I felt like I really let my family down last Christmas by not. But what a great thing! You can just go grab it, pick it up, and Christmas morning or Easter morning, there you go.
Yeah, it takes all the work out of the day. You can just relax, go get a pizza, and then come home.
And I heard it's fantastic, too. I've got to have the breakfast pizza.
Yeah, the breakfast pizza is really popular. I really enjoy it. A lot of people that come in, and they're like, oh, what slices do you have? When I say breakfast pizza, they're like, oh, my God, what's that? Some people are a little, taken back by it, but they think it sounds weird. But, when you really think about it, it's a thick pan crust, so that's kind of like a biscuit. Mm-hmm. And then it's got scrambled eggs, American cheese, mozzarella cheese, and then your choice of whatever topping. The one we put out for slices has bacon, but anything you want, you can put on there.
Wow. Okay. Any idea how many? So it's a big deal. So you guys are probably super busy making pizzas Christmas morning?
Oh, yeah. I would say Christmas is definitely the busiest out of all the holidays, and we normally cap it out somewhere around 40.
Okay.
Because it's just me and my sister doing it. No one else is there. It's just the two of us.
Right.
So, and those take a little longer to make. They have a lot of stuff on them. They're the pan, so they take longer to cook. So you call in, you pick your time.
What time do you get in there to make these?
Oh, we get there super early. We get there at 4 or 5. And we just start making them. But yeah. If you want to do it for Christmas or Thanksgiving, definitely get it in early. Easter's not as busy, so you don't have to worry about it. But
wow. How far in advance can you actually do that?
I mean, realistically, if you called me today and said, I want for Christmas, I'd be like, it's a little early, but okay.
Yeah, but a guy like me that forgets everything, I could say, hey, man, I would love that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can order it early whenever you want. We start advertising for it usually 2 or 3 weeks beforehand.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see what those... I'm looking forward to seeing you making the breakfast. Have you made a breakfast pizza video yet? Did he miss it?
I did make a breakfast pizza video. I started with the dough, and then miraculously it was finished.
Huh.
Because I can't give away all our secrets
on
social media.
I love that. Okay, so we are going to, folks, keep an eye out because Anthony and I are going to make a video together over there. I don't know what my pizza's going to be, or maybe it's going to be him making it and me looking at it, or something looking dumb, or whatever it happens to be. But I love what you're doing. I love that you're putting a different flavor, so to say, on the way people look at your business too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like open people's eyes to see what they're paying for. Because I'm not like, I know our prices aren't cheap. They're not. And it's because you're getting a quality product that has a lot of time and effort and product itself put into it. And I want people to understand what they're paying for when they get their pizza. You know, I'm not hiding how much we put on. I'm not hiding anything. I want people to understand the quality and quantity of product that they're getting.
So there is a method behind your madness. You're not just trying to make me satisfied watching you make a pizza. But I think I saw another one where you did an Italian beef one.
Yeah. Yep.
Holy cow, is there a lot that goes into that?
Yeah, I mean, we get the whole beef hunk.
Yeah.
And, you know, we season it, we cook it, we slice it, we do all of it. And so there's a lot of preparation and labor that goes into doing all those things. And I think you end up with a really good product, and I think it shows when you eat it.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's very fun to watch. I always look forward to when you get in the groove of doing that, because I make a lot of videos myself. It's like, you got to find a way to keep doing it right and going like, oh my God, what am I going to do next week?
Yeah.
What am I going to do the week after that?
There are days where I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm going to do for a video.
Yes. And if anybody goes back there, watch the one that you guys just put out with the mushrooms.
Yes.
Is that your sister in there with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she was great. She said she gets an Academy Award for her Best Supporting Actress or whatever, but it was really funny.
Yeah.
And why did you make that?
We had someone DM us on Instagram, and they were just like, my aunt loves mushrooms, and I want to send her a video of someone putting a ton of mushrooms on a pizza. So when you think it's enough mushrooms, put more mushrooms.
And there was a lot of mushrooms on that.
There were a lot of mushrooms on that pizza.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
So, Anthony, tell me this. Have you listened to any podcasts that I've done?
I have.
All right. Who did you listen to?
I listened to Keith, who owns Glen Rock.
Yeah. On the Lake County side of things, yes. And Keith's such a good dude. And just to say Glen Rock Pop, it's just...
By the way, Wayne's Pizza sells Glen Rock Pop.
Get in there. Yeah, a couple slices of pizza and a Glen Rock Pop.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite flavor of Glen Rock Pop then?
I think I have two. I really like the black cherry, and I really like the cream soda.
I knew you were going to say cream soda for some reason. Cream soda is so good.
It is.
Wow. And Glen Rock, it's fun to see such a nostalgic drink brought back to Lake County area.
Yeah, of course. And like, I don't remember it, but my mom talks about when she was younger, and you know, she specifically said, she was like, I remember going down there and like being able to like put together your own pack of them, and she would do it for like a sleepover.
The memories. Okay, and to have a company where people have memories about a sleepover about your product you sell,
right?
That's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, it is.
Right? And when you buy that Glen Rock Pop, also know that not only is Keith, the owner there, a huge like local business guy, but could you think of a nicer guy that you'd want to purchase something from?
Of course. And like, I think what makes it special is like Keith himself is the one coming into your business and saying, hey, I own this business. I would like to sell this here and support your business. You know, it's great that he is the one doing it himself. He's not having salespeople walk in your door and tell you all these things. It's, you know, he is the one behind all of it.
Yeah, and he cares about this. I think on the podcast, the one clip I put out there was like something. He's like, he just wants to see people smile.
Yeah.
And when he stops having fun, he'll stop doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen a whole lot these days. He's a very, very cool dude.
Yes.
And with a great product of all those things.
Yeah.
So somewhere around this time of podcast, we do something called the Grayslake Hot Seat.
Okay.
So we had some rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
And we'll see where this goes.
Okay.
The Grayslake Hot Seat is brought to you by Joe Velez at JPV Financial. It's often said that those who fail to plan are planning to fail. Joe Velez and his team at JPV Financial create unique financial plans that address some of the most difficult challenges that people might face as they get older. No matter what stage of life you're in, having a proactive financial plan can help navigate some of the difficult decisions you'll face, helping you live your life by design, not default. Securities and investment advisory service offered through Osaic Wealth, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Now for the Grayslake Hot Seat. Hey, thanks, Joe.
All right, Anthony. So when you first meet someone, how does someone impress you?
Oh, I think paying attention to small details.
Interesting. I like that. Tell me something on your bucket list.
Oh, bucket list. Oh my God. I don't know.
We can come back to anything, too.
I'll think about that while we answer more questions.
We'll come back. Isn't it funny how we can think about so many things?
Yes.
Let's see. What's the last thing that you searched on Google?
Oh, I don't know. Let me
Let's look. Let's see what it is.
Thing I searched on Google.
It says a lot about you, by the way.
Google Flights.
Google Flights?
Yes.
All right, where are you going?
I'm taking a trip for 4th of July to Palm Springs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there a family there? You just want to get out
No,
there?
I just, me and my boyfriend have been there a couple times, and we really enjoy going there.
Beautiful there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, this one, for some reason I feel like you're going to have an answer to this. Some people need to think about this one, but I think, tell me one experience you've had that you thought was really bad, but ended up turning like, wow, this really turned out good.
Oh, like life or?
Yeah, sure.
I would say that, I think that having a parent pass away at a young age. I was 16 when my dad died. Yeah. I think, obviously, that's a hard thing to go through.
At 16 especially, right?
Yeah. But I think that, not that I'm better without him here, but I think it definitely helped shape who I turned out to be.
Yes.
And I think that it can go one of two ways. I think it can completely destroy you, or I think it can propel you forward. And I think that I saw what he built, and it was part of what made me want to continue it.
Yes. And
I think that I wouldn't be as hardworking or as invested in the business if, he hadn't been there to show me that, and then, with him being gone, having to put more of myself into it.
Sure. And think about all the things. We wouldn't be sitting here today without your dad,
yeah,
right?
For sure.
It's cool to keep legacy alive and memories alive, and something he obviously put his heart, blood, and everything into, right?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I love that, by the way. If you had to have a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, invisibility.
Really? So people would leave you alone?
Yeah.
He's got both hands up in the air right now. Like, I just need 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? It's just it'd make your videos a lot more interesting,
It
too.
would. Oh, my God. It would make my videos so much easier.
Right. You can get it all done. Are you street smarts or book smarts?
I'd say more street smart.
More street smarts. All right. Tell me a place you would like to travel that you have not been.
Okay. I would love to go to Hawaii.
Yes.
I'd love to go somewhere tropical. Mexico, Hawaii, somewhere like that.
Somewhere warm,
yes,
other than here, right?
Yeah.
What was the first car you ever drove? Or your first car?
My first car was a Chevy Malibu.
Nice. Do you know what year it was?
2008.
2008. All right. Yeah, you are young.
Yeah.
Yes. If you wrote a book right now at this point of your life, what would it be about?
I think how much life changes in your 20s.
Interesting. Wait till you get through your 30s,
yeah,
and your 40s. When you eat tacos, do you turn your head to the right or the left? If you act it out, it's better.
To the left, I guess. Yeah.
He's a lefty. What is your favorite Grayslake event?
Grayslake event. I would say when they do the spring carnival downtown.
Oh, nice.
I really like that. I know his name is Pete Kaysen. He owns the games.
Mm-hmm.
And him and my dad went to high school together.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And Pete's from Grayslake, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's lived in Grayslake forever.
Okay, you got to hook me up with him because I think it'd be really funny.
Sure. Yeah.
Like Carney talk or something.
Yeah, he's great. He's like a family member to me. I call him Uncle Pete. He does all that stuff, and it's always very nostalgic for me to go to things that he has. And it's cool that I live in Grayslake and he does that there, and it all comes together.
That's awesome. So how long have you lived in Grayslake?
I live in Grayslake. I've lived in Grayslake right now for 6 or 7 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, and you get to stay nice to the shop too, right?
Yeah, it's nice and close to work. I don't have to drive super far.
Which is good. Pool or ocean?
Pool.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Favorite candy? Whether you eat it still or not.
Dark chocolate.
All right. Tell me about the second time you got arrested.
Never been arrested.
All right, we'll talk off of that. All right, so this is an important one because I already know what your answer is going to be. Have you ever eaten a roller dog from a gas station?
No.
You have not?
I have not.
I would have pegged you for saying that you're one of us?
I have not ever had one.
Out of fear?
I think out of just, if I go to the restaurant, I don't have to pay for it.
Okay. All right. Not on a road trip. I thought you were going to say you knew too much.
No. I don't have anything against gas station food. I think people get really afraid of it, but they have all the same rules and regulations that a restaurant does.
Yeah. See? So you would have. Maybe I'll come pick you up and me and you'll go have a roller talk.
Perfect.
I'll treat. Okay. What do you put on your pizza?
My favorite thing on pizza is sausage, mushroom, onion, and green pepper. We call that a garbage pizza. But I don't know, it's classic for
Just
me.
that mixture of flavors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. This is a very important philosophical one, too. So how many days in a row can you wear the same pair of jeans without washing them?
Maybe 3.
3. It's a very honest answer, Anthony. He's serious about it, too. My favorite ones would say, well, it depends what I'm doing, right? I guess that has something to do with it.
I feel like after 3, they start to get stretched out and they're falling off. And
Right, well, I have to wash them so they fit again.
Right.
Yes, because I stretch them out too much. Let me see.
I have an answer to the first one.
Yes, all right, let's hear it.
I've always wanted to ride a train, like, across the country.
Yeah.
Like, I think my sister did it probably 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
And talked about how cool it was. And ever since then, I've wanted to do it myself. I think it would be really cool to ride a train from Chicago to LA.
Okay, so it's all over my TikTok.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't know why, but like last night I watched a video about that.
Yeah.
With like the glass ceiling in there and going through, and that would be really cool. I think until you get until the Midwest, really Midwest here,
Yeah.
might be boring.
Right.
But after you get out there and go through the mountains and
And she said what was super cool about it is that, like, you see things that you wouldn't see driving a car because the tracks go through places that people aren't.
Right.
And so it's all the way that it always was. And so it's really cool to see what's been preserved that, roads aren't through and there's not businesses at.
Probably give you a good understanding of how big our country actually is, too.
For sure.
Right? Because I think the one I was watching, it was like a 52-hour, that's a fast train, too.
Yeah.
52 hours to go from here all the way there.
That's a long
But
time.
that would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Just get out there. Are you superstitious at all?
A little bit.
I don't use this one very often because I think it'd be a fun one, though. Have you ever sent an email or a text and sent it to the wrong person?
Yes. Many times.
Many times.
Maybe not an email. I don't use email that much, but a text for sure.
Right. Isn't it funny how our world keeps going? I keep these people that you're emailing me, like, can you just text me?
Yeah.
Because now I mean, there's so many places to look for or hey, I sent you a message. Did you send it on TikTok? Did you send it on Instagram?
Yeah.
Did you where is it?
Right.
Right.
And occasionally we'll get an email of someone being like, "Hey, I wanted to place an order for a breakfast pizza for Wednesday," and I'm just like, it's Thursday.
Oh.
I didn't see it.
Right. Well, you have a lot of things to do, right?
Yeah.
You're only
and
one
we don't
person.
primarily take orders through emails, so
Right. If someone wants to order, what is the best way to order from you?
best way is call.
Okay.
We do pickup, we do delivery. Deliveries after 4. We're on Uber Eats, we're on DoorDash.
Oh, you do all that stuff too.
We do that. I will say it's a little more expensive on Uber Eats and DoorDash because of all the fees that they charge. So
Right.
cheapest way to enjoy Wayne's Pizza is calling and ordering directly through us.
Nice. We're going to leave that one. 1 to 10, how good of a driver are you?
I'm 10.
10.
I'm a great driver.
He did not hesitate at all to get that one in. So those are kind of fun. So your future, like looking forward, do you see yourself anywhere except for running Wayne's?
I don't know. I think that I have a lot more time that I want to invest into the business.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there are a lot more things I can do. And it's not just me. It's me and my sister and my mom.
Yeah.
And I think that there is something to say for wanting to continue the family legacy and things like that. But I always leave opportunity open for new things as well.
Sure. Has there ever been any, and I'm sure in a good or bad way, has there anybody, not anybody, pressure to have to do this?
I think I felt that when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I think it turned into me wanting to do it myself. I think there was always the pressure of when I was in high school, I'm like, no, you have to work. You have to go to work. And
Right.
I think just instilling the hard work is what they were doing. But I think there was a period of time where I was just like, I don't know if I always want to do this, blah, blah, blah. But, it's more about continuing on my dad's legacy at this point.
Yeah. What is the most satisfying thing you think you get out of running it?
I think having satisfied customers sounds like no duh, but like last night even I had someone call because they got a delivery and they called probably, I don't know, maybe an hour after they placed their order, and they just called and they said, I just wanted to call to say that I got a pizza tonight and it was really good, and I just wanted to.
What, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's honestly the best part, because it's like, you get calls about complaints and you get bad reviews, and the people who are complimenting aren't as frequent.
No.
And it's just nice to be able to get that call and then be able to relay to the person that made the pizza. Someone called and they said their pizza was really good, so you did a good job. It's just, it trickles down from the customer to the person answering the phone, to the person that made the food, to the person that cooked the food. It affects the whole kitchen. So it's a good, if you're extra satisfied with your food, tell the people that made it.
Yeah, and when we end the show all the time, we talk about how kindness spreads like wildfire. Like,
yeah.
You don't understand that phone call made a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
And they didn't have to do that.
No.
And how long did it take them to actually get a positive ripple going,
Right.
and through? And it's easy to do.
Easy.
Yeah, I love that. So yeah, I think more people should take to the community forums and to the phone call or however they're going to do it with some positive things.
For sure.
Right?
Most people have no idea what to do with their aging loved one who needs help. Well, there is a solution. A company that provides care and assistance to make your loved one feel right at home. At Right at Home, their mission statement is to improve the quality of life for those they serve. They offer extensive services: personal and companion care, safety supervision and transportation, fall prevention, dressing and bathing assistance, medical reminders, meal prep, hospice support, ambulation support, stroke recovery, Parkinson's support. The list goes on and on and on. If you have an aging loved one that needs help, call Right at Home. Most people prefer to age in their home rather than moving to an assisted living or nursing home. Right at Home can make this happen. Contact Right at Home at rightathomenlc.com or give them a call, 847-984-0103. Now back to the show.
That's what we should challenge people to do a little more positive and spread that around.
Yeah, I think
it works really good.
I think it makes a shift so much more enjoyable when you have customers who are excited about food and excited to come in and compliment what we're doing, and it makes what we do so much easier.
Yeah, and we talk about being a pleasant person too when you come into or stuff. If you're busy or if there's a line, people are doing their best, so it's okay to be like, hey man, how you doing today?
Yeah,
right. Like it's fun. And it must be pretty satisfying to see like your regulars come in too, if they're like, hey Anthony, how are you?
Yeah,
right.
For sure. Especially at lunchtime, we get there are people that we have that come in almost every day.
Really?
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool, because I'm sure that you guys get, and every time I've been in there, there's either been a construction crew that got a boogie, but like good, like they can go in, get their drink, eat their food, and
we get a lot of people on the go. We get a lot of teachers, we get a lot of landscapers, we get a lot of construction people. We get a good mix of all different types of people, from super businessy people to people who are working hard outside. So it is cool to see the range of customers that we get.
And your location is perfect for that, especially people commuting down 45, right?
Yeah, I mean, 45 is super busy. So there's always people, and it's cool to have new people come into and say, this is my first time here, what do I get?
Right. Oh, that is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so besides pizza, we talked about what kids are going to get. What's your next favorite dish? If you can't have pizza there, what are you eating?
Okay, probably an Italian beef.
Mm-hmm.
I love Italian beef, and
Yeah.
I think ours is really good. I love a hot dog.
Hey, having a good hot dog, that's underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think our wings are pretty underrated too.
Okay.
They're simple, but they're good.
All right, I'm going to have to come in and try.
Yeah.
We're going to shoot a video this week. I was going to say we do it today, but you're not. Today's your day.
Yeah,
off.
not today.
I made you come on for this
No, that's
already.
okay.
So now you got to do stuff. So what are we not mentioning about Wayne's that you want people in our community to know? Whether it's a little bit of a history or something on your menu or anything. Frequently asked questions people ask all the time.
Oh, let's see.
Sorry, I bombarded you with
No,
a bunch
you're
of stuff
fine.
right there.
I think that I want people to know. I think that I want people to think about how they treat service industry people.
Yep.
I think it's important to make sure that you should be respecting all people, but I feel like the service industry, whether you're a server or you work in a kitchen or, any sort of thing, occasionally we'll get comments on our social media or people coming in, and I think people don't take into stock how important service industry people are sometimes, because, if you went to McDonald's and you couldn't get a cheeseburger because there was no one working, you'd be mad.
Oh, yeah.
If you went to the gas station and you couldn't buy gas because there was no one working behind the counter, you'd be mad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that people that do those jobs don't get the credit of like, oh, you don't have a real job, you need a career. And, there's nothing wrong with working a, quote, job.
No, we need all kinds of people to make our world go around, right?
Right.
Whether it's, And as we sign off a lot, I would talk about, like, just an example of, like, being nice to the cashier at the dollar store.
Yeah.
Right. They're all human beings. They're
Right.
all, like, trying to do it. And we have no idea what these people's circumstances are, too.
No.
And they could be doing that to buy medicine for their sick baby, right?
Yeah.
And doing whatever they can to make the world go round. So it's important.
Yeah.
It's a good message, anyway. Yeah. It's nice. Okay, so everybody, if you haven't been to Wayne's, you have to go.
Come to Wayne's.
And you have to say hi to Anthony when you're there. And you have to mention the podcast, because we want to do a little test of how many people like you are listening right now.
Yeah, I'll keep a tally of people who come in. And
for every 10, I get some wings.
There you go.
Or no, something like that.
No, I'll agree to it.
All right, that's good. That'll be fun. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I appreciate what you guys do, and to live in a place where we have this local flavor. There's just not enough places like this that are disappearing. So
yeah,
thanks for keeping it alive, man.
Of course.
You guys are doing great. And shout out to the whole Wayne's team.
Yes.
They're fantastic. So I'll be in there very shortly.
All right.
Grayslake, hey, do me a favor, wherever you are listening, whether you're on YouTube or Apple or wherever the heck you get your podcasts, from Google to all these other strange places, Spotify, that I don't even know about, hit subscribe, because that way every Tuesday you get to know somebody else from our community. And I think it really does help bring community together, to know the people that you're spending money with. Or I've gone to places just because I've got to know people, and I think they're awesome people. Maybe I've never would have shopped there before.
I think it's super important to connect with the business owners in the area, to just cross promote with each other.
Yes.
We do a flyer on the top of our boxes where we staple that have other local businesses on it, and just building the relationships with those people is really important.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
and just keeping everybody together, because it does take a village. All kidding aside.
Yeah.
And as we always end, that we've talked about a bunch of times, challenge you to get out there and do a couple of random acts of kindness today. But today is to get on and maybe write a review for your favorite restaurant.
Ooh,
or
that's a good one.
Your favorite place that you like to shop, that you know that the heart and soul behind that are just local, normal people like you and me. So, but that means a lot. It makes people smile. So let that little ripple effect that we talk about, it maybe make somebody's day. And it's so easy, and it might take you 15 seconds to change the way somebody feels about their whole day. So let's do it on the positive side.
Yes.
So, Grayslake, thank you guys for listening so much. Anthony, thank you so much for being here. And Grayslake, we'll see you next Tuesday, everybody.